Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to episode 7 of On the Line Sports. I'm here with my good buddy, Matt Capitos.
How's it going, guys?
And today is a very special episode. We're going to be discussing the victorious Millis Hopedale Mohawks for the Division 4A Super Bowl that me and Kappa and Murph behind the scenes are proudly members of. And we're going to give you a little bit story behind the scenes of what really went into the season and how we pulled out the victory. Cap.
Alrighty, well, it all starts behind the scenes, preseason, working hard with your team. The preseason and the offseason isn't always the funnest time for everybody, but that's when the bonds happen. You got to become a family then. I mean, I know for a fact I've been playing with Brian since, 6th grade it was?
I think it was 6th grade, yeah. But we've been playing other sports for years
Yeah, exactly.
So
Sports.
finally going top.
But I mean, you get those bonds. It's like a brotherhood when you're playing the sport of football.
Natural facts.
That is a natural fact. I mean, there's no one on the field that you wouldn't do anything for. Anything that happens on the field, you got their back no matter what. It's just something that there's a great special gift that sport gives to everybody.
Yeah, we've played on this team for 4 years now, and
5 for me, but yeah.
Varsity.
Okay, I got you.
And we've never had a team quite like the 2016 Mohawks. Last year was Skill-wise, we had a lot of talent, but we just couldn't mesh it all together and play like a family, which in football, and it sounds crazy, but you really have to play like a family.
That's all that really matters.
And the year before that, same way, and the year before that was okay. Our freshman year was okay, but nothing like this year. And I think it all really...
It dwindles down
to
certain things behind the scenes. For example, let's just start off how this co-op even started.
Dennis Breen. A Millis alum himself, a former principal, former superintendent here, an absolute great man. That man was the one who wanted to get football into the town of Hopedale. His thought when he was wanting to think that was, let's try to get like a close town to us and have a co-op with them. Millis at the time, 2008, they were struggling with numbers. They couldn't even field a football team. That's the reason why they asked us to start a co-op with them. Coach Olmstead, our varsity coach our freshman year until he went to Nichols and Dana Olson took over, he told Chuck Grant, I guess, and it was said in an interview that pack it all up, we're not going to be able to have a team next year.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how far this whole organization has come.
As a football coach, you just hate to hear that. And a lot of people, especially the coaches of football, they live and die it. They will do anything for the sport.
Natural facts.
And when you hear something like that, when a small town like Millis was struggling, when they've had such a great football history, winning 3 Super Bowls before this one this year, they just need to – it was a time where football was very iffy and, they weren't having the greatest seasons. Success wasn't always there, support, but yet when Hopedale came around and added those few players, it definitely seemed to vamp it up a lot, and there was a lot more attendance at the games, not just of Hopedale guys, but it was just the atmosphere was a lot better. They were definitely a pronounced football team again.
Yeah, and to kind of top off what Matt's saying about the Millis Hopedale bond, this year one of the freshman coaches, his father Donald Kraby, had lung cancer, and he passed away early in late in November. So we dedicated this season and championship to him, and we already had a tight-knit group, but that really brought us even closer. We attended the wake as a team, and we were really proud to be in the presence of the Kraby family.
Yeah.
And on the Super Bowl rings, we actually dedicate to the Kraby family and Pops himself. So that really inspired our team. I know it inspired me. It inspired all the guys on the defense and just every single person on the team, organization, and all the fans too. When you have someone to go out there and play the game for, it gives you that extra edge. And he's looking down at us now. I'm sure he's smiling about the championship and all the hard work we put in. Can't say enough about that Kraby family. They live and breathe Millis Hopedale. I know Brian Kraby, the son, he lived in Hopedale for a few years.
Yeah, pretty close to us,
his kids
actually.
went here, and I saw them at the basketball camp. So they're definitely a Millis Hopedale family, and we're really proud to be able to be a part of Millis alongside Hopedale, and to bring a championship to the Kraby family.
Yeah. you know, like all of us players, no matter if you knew Pops well, you know the Kraby family well, that family just had a presence. They were very well known people. I didn't have the closest relationship with Pops. I know that. Because a lot of the juniors now, were on their freshman team. He was one of their coaches. So 2 years ago, he coached the freshman team. This was before he was battling in a tough state. And like all those juniors especially had a very close bond with him. And it was definitely tough for the entire team, but for the guys that played under him and played for him. And that year, I'm pretty sure they ended up going, 16 and
9-0?
9-0, not 16. It was 9-0. They went undefeated. They nicknamed themselves the Force. It was just a great year for them. So those guys were really a tight-knit group with him.
Yeah, the Krabies, they're what Millis Hopedale is all about. And even when Pops was sometimes at his lowest point and health-wise, he still managed to come to the games. He'd be sitting there,
of course,
on the sidelines, and we'd go up to him before the games, the team, and they'd
He'd give us a great talk.
He gave us a great pregame speech when we were playing in the
Abington.
No, it was
Abington
and Pope John. So that was the most inspired our team's ever been.
Yeah.
When he was able to, he had the courage to not only come to the game but give us a pregame speech. So that was one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah, of course.
Sure, I can speak
someone
for you
like
too.
that, someone like that, just giving you that little extra boost before the game is just the little things everyone needs, especially in a sport like football.
I think we already had a good team, but to be inspired by Pops, like he did to us, I think that made us a great team and made us go out there and have a reason to play the game we love. So that's all the behind the scenes, and let's talk about let's talk about the season. Let's talk about the actual games. Finishing record of 10-3, tied record for most wins, and
yeah, we had a great season this year.
Millis Hopedale history. We had a fantastic offensive line with Kevin Pine, left tackle, Ethan Lazar, left guard, Danny Found at center, Jerry Crapo at right guard, and Matt Captos at right tackle. And with that great of a line, it makes the receivers' jobs a lot easier. They can get into their routes with more time. And when you have a quarterback like Bryce,
oh yeah,
that makes the whole.
It's just unbelievable watching him play the game.
He's fantastic. I think he's the best football player I've ever played with.
He can definitely sling the ball, and he knows what to do with it.
He's the smartest kid.
And his composure during the game. I mean, I wouldn't really have any idea, but from what I hear from people, his composure in the pocket, his composure just knowing what to do is just like unprecedented.
It's very rare for a junior in high school. And he's only a junior. He's going to be back next year too, and all the receivers are going to be back.
Besides this big guy right here.
Yeah, seniors won't be back. And so a lot of guys are coming back. They're looking to repeat. And Millis is really proud that they have such a
living legacy
good team
in that town.
They have such a good team that takes pride in their sports. And me being from Hopedale, I'm really proud to be Millis Mohawk.
Oh, of course. I think that's all for today. I think we covered a lot of it.
Oh, it's one more thing. Shout out to Jim Splain.
Oh, of course, that man.
So we sat our starters on Thanksgiving, but it's okay. Thanks, guys.